Hi guys, I'm Summer with Bent Brushes. Today I want to paint the two options that I'm giving for our Mother's Day paint party this year in New York, and it is this one for the mothers with daughters and this one for the mothers with sons. So we're going to go over both of those today, how to paint them, maybe not step by step, but just real quick. And it's really easy. Today and tomorrow, I believe, are the last days to purchase your tickets for the paint party. So if you haven't already done so, you want to do that, you don't want to miss it. I think we have a couple of seats left and we want to have a full house because we had so much fun last year, and I just can't wait to paint with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the paintings. I'm going to start off with the sky, and for the sky, you can just take any blue that you have. I'm not strict with the colors that I'm using. You can feel very loose at home and just use what you have. I'm working with acrylic paint. I'm just going to put out a little bit of blue. We're actually using a lot of blue. Put out a little bit more. And I'm going to put out some white. A little red. A little yellow, and you'll start to see other colors pop up as you mix these colors. That was actually a lot. I'm definitely going to need some white, and I don't see white on my desk, so I will be back. Nothing special about this paint. These are just cheap little paints that you can buy. Oh, I put out some orange at like Walmart. And I'm working with a fairly small piece of paper. What is this? 6 by 8. So I'm not using any large brushes right now. So I'm just going to use this. It's kind of like an angle brush. It's a little angle to it. But anyway, all you need is like something flat, like a bright and small or large, depending on the size canvas you're working with. So I'm working with 6 by 8 canvas paper, so I'm going to use small brushes. I'm going to use this brush here, and I'm going to also use a smaller detail brush just so I can get in the smaller areas. Maybe something like this round, and that'll do. I'm gonna run and get some white and some water. I have my paper towel. I'll be back. pause this real quick. Okay, so the water is very simple. I'm just going to make on the horizon. Actually, I'm going to switch over to a smaller brush for the horizon and just make a darker. I'm going to mix blue with a little bit of red just to get it a little deeper, a little darker color, almost purple, and just mark out that horizon line. And here goes my horizon. I'm going to take it right across. Okay. Boom. Clean off my brush, and the rest is easy. What we're going to do is go back and forth between our blue and white. Blue and white. So it's like striped lines all the way down to give it like a flowy effect. You'll see. With this is to make sure all of the lines are staying horizontal. And so I'm going to leave those streaks in because I like the way it shows kind of movement. And I'm just going to do softer lines in between that with white. Very soft. I'm lightly touching my canvas with my brush. Then I'm going to go right back under those lines with blue. And kind of clumpy. It's okay to leave it kind of clumpy. And this one is very simple as well. Grab some pink. We're going to use the same brushes, but for the second part of this, we're going to use a sponge. So something like this. This one is all dry. Or even like something with bristles. If you have a brush with bristles, something like this, that'll work. But the sponge, something like this, which I think this is what I used for my last canvas. Or you can grab a brush like this or like this, anything that's kind of spongy. You can also grab a regular sponge from the kitchen and use that. I would just cut a little piece off, and like I said, the brush with bristles works just fine. But because I have it, I'm going to use this, and we'll start off with our bright or angle brush. Where did I put it? I left it in my water. Don't leave your brush in your water. Don't be like me. And we are going to paint the entire outside pink. Still wet. I'm gonna dip my sponge in a little bit of pink. There's no need to wet it, and I'm gonna dip it also in the white. And I just don't want it to be lumpy, so it's kind of smooth, and I'm going to just dab it on just like this. Looks. I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll move on to the next part. I'm going to bounce back over to the next painting because that is completely dry. I'm going to do the outline on the body and the clothes just so I don't lose those in the process. The heart is an ombre, so we're going to go light up here and darker on the bottom. So let's tackle that first. The key to blending is where the two colors meet. You just want to continue to go over it as light as possible and blend it into the other color. So I softly touch my brush to my canvas and just kind of work the colors in. And you can go back and see how I lost some of the darker pink down here. I'm just going to take that dark pink on my brush and bring it up into the lighter colors. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just work it up. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, and if you want to blend those nicer, I'm just going to take a little bit of white on my brush and smooth out those lines. That's all it is. Very top. Make sure I have a little white to define the shape of the heart. So that completes those 2 paintings. If you are interested in getting the kits, and the paint kit comes with the pre-sketch canvas, the reference photo, the paint brushes, and the acrylic paint for each kit, you can go to my Etsy shop, and I will put the link in the description box below. Also, if you just want the sketch, access to the sketch, you can head over to my Patreon, and I think for $1, the sketch will be available to you. So I will go ahead and put that in the link below as well. I hope you have fun painting these 2 paintings. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.